Hello and welcome to Hey Clarity. I'm your host, Lindsay, and today we are opening the Akashic Records on channeling. So this will be a live reading, and I'm going to be answering the questions, what is channeling, to get the Akashic Records perspective, get a nice foundational question in there. Why can we channel? Why are we able to do this? How does it work? To see if the Akashic Records have a way to break it down step by step. What is the potential of channeling? What other species can channel? And what's the most important message we need to know about channeling? So let's get into it. I said the opening prayer prior to hitting record, so we are in the Akashic Records of channeling right now. So going into the first question, what is channeling? What is channeling? They're showing like a pipeline, and they're saying open, close, open, close, open. So they're showing this tube, this cylinder being totally open. And I'm getting like the details of it, like as if you're looking inside of this tube, and they're showing me details of like inside, like muck on the inside, and like that having to be clear. Like it needs to be like mostly open, like barely anything like blocking or in the way. I'm getting like no stickiness, like that these, it needs to be clean. It needs to be clean, cleared. So almost like they're kind of like not perfect, like no perfect channel, but I'm getting like for the most part, like that conduit, that channel, that pipeline needs to be clear. And I'm getting like on the inside. So they're showing me the contrast between like looking at this pipe from the inside and the outside. And there's something about like the outside, like isn't as important as the inside. They're saying internal, like clear, clean, clearing. I'm getting like constant or like consistently clearing. Like this passageway needs to be open and cleared so things can move through it. So very, 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 very like oversimplified. Like it needs to be, the passageway needs to be clear and open. See if there's anything else. What is channeling? They're saying abilities. Connection, communication, receiving, reception, magnification, magnifying, peering, seeking, seeing, and they said, close your eyes. For the human beings, they're saying, close your eyes, turn down, turn off, to turn on. It's like the eyes, like the outside needs to kind of quiet and turn down. They're saying peaceful environment, like just general settings of quiet, solitude, they're even saying, like, and then the eyes close, and then this all just like opens up. Why can we channel? Why can we channel? Why can human beings channel? Why do we have these abilities? They're saying it's part of it. It's part of the being. Wisdom channeling, knowledge channeling, listening, deep listening. Why can we do it? They're saying like for centuries. Partake in knowledge, wisdom, listening, solitude. They're using the word solitude. Peaceful, privacy, private, personal space, expansiveness. So they're showing like someone sitting in meditation and how that solitude, that like oneness with yourself, that quiet, that peace, the deep listening, it creates this space. So they're almost like they're showing someone by themselves meditating, and then everything is just like open and expansive, and there's like I'm feeling like they're saying like thin barrier between like you and your interconnections. It's like you can feel that, like seeing the unseen. But they're repeating peaceful, and they're saying like barriers, like your only barrier is like your skin. And they're saying, and that's not really a barrier, because it's like everything, like all of your inner workings, your inner wisdom, your inner knowledge is like interconnected to everything external. And so they're just showing that like that's a peaceful, they're saying a peaceful barrier, peaceful barriers. They're saying for interconnection, it's interconnection. Why can we channel? They're just saying it's abilities. They're saying it's natural abilities, natural abilities. How does it work? How does channeling work? So from the Akashic Records perspective, step by step, how would you describe how channeling works? They're saying just keep breathing. Just keep breathing. Slow down, slow. They're saying transition into trance-like state and space. Closing the eyes, resting, listening. And they're showing like for the moments like before inquiring, right? So the getting this stillness, getting into the stillness and the peace and the relaxation and the rest, the quietude, they're saying. So it's like once you get to that, like they're saying homeostasis. When you can reach your homeostasis state, like the interconnections are easier. And so I'm getting, you can like inquire like more quickly with practice, like you can channel with practice, but they're saying like lower and slower. They're saying the breathing into it, stopping. So the importance of training your body to get into homeostasis states. So getting from an unbalanced emotional mental state to a balanced homeostasis state first. So they're saying like the body needs to be in this relaxation mode first. They're saying to an extent, and like with practice, it can be quicker, right? But they're saying at first you want to have that practice, ideally like through things like meditation. It's like the most obvious. Meditation is the most obvious way to get yourself into a balanced homeostasis state. And then they're saying it either happens naturally from that state, or you can take advantage of the balance, the clear, the clean. So it's like you've been sitting, stuff is coming out, stuff is coming out, stuff is settling, chill, balance. And now you're open, and now you're relaxed, and now you're receptive, and now you're listening deeply to like all the little subtle things. And so then if you wanted to inquire and ask questions, then I'm getting direction, then you can receive answers. And I'm getting from like multitudes of places, people, places, realms, other worlds, entities, energies, all of it. And they're saying just be specific. So you're like tapped into like potentially like everything. And so you can inquire. They're saying inquire with like specification. What is the potential of channeling? Like, what's the full potential of us being able to channel? They said galaxies. Away, far away, far away. You can see far away. You can see galaxies far away. And then they're like, and then you can see like microscopic beings. So again, with the interconnection of what channeling is like they're showing like the lines and the webs of our interconnections. And so they're saying that like from like far away, like universes. And then they're like to like the tiny creature. They're saying you can see all. That's the potential, is you can see all. What is the full potential? They're saying obsessive interconnections. Expansiveness. I'm getting like it can be overwhelming. And it's up to you to be clear and like use your specifications like wisely. I'm getting like, you know, you can control the interconnections. And they're saying like interbeings, it's interbeingness, the interconnections to like all of us and all of it, everything, everywhere. That's funny. And they're like all at once. That's so funny. Let's see. What other species can channel? What other species can channel? What other species can channel? They were showing me fish. Sea life, I'm seeing whales. What other species can channel? I'm getting animals, like all of them. Plants, they're saying plants, like stillness, homeostasis. What other species? They're saying all living beings, all living beings in stillness, all living beings in, they're saying the survival of being. They're saying channeling is heightened sensitivity to surroundings, environment, and interconnection. Another way of being, another way of seeing the unseen. The advantages of, I'm seeing like sight and sensation and sensory experiences and expectations. So they're going back to the visual of someone sitting in meditation and like the skin barrier becoming very like thin and like being able to feel everything, that interconnection. They're saying that interconnection is all life, like all living beings have that interconnection. And the heightened sensitivity, just all of it, all of beings, all of the life beings, they're saying. It's an important ability for life, for survival, for being. They're saying it is normal. It is normal. It is natural. It is innate in all of life beings. What's the most important message we need to know about channeling? What's the most important message we need to know about channeling? The scarier things exist in it too. But they're saying like all of peace, and like all of peace, playing with the word peace, P-E-A-C-E and P-E-I-C-E. P-I-E-C-E. P-I-E-C-E. That's so funny. P-I-E-C-E. Sorry, I spelled that wrong. Peace and peace. They're playing with the word, double meaning. Peace and peace. Piece of peace. So it's like when you're channeling and you're connecting with things, and like, yeah, you're gonna tap into the scarier things sometimes if you're kind of open to all of it. And so it's like we can tap into like fear, we can tap into like the things that feel violent and angry, right? So they're just saying like the scarier parts of being and the scariest parts of being is just a part of it. And the reason that it can spook us is because we're tapping into the sensation of fear. We're tapping into the sensation of something scary. We're tapping into the sensation of violence, right? So it's like they're just saying it's exactly that way of being. So when they're saying like, if you are channeling and it feels scary, or if it's scary, scary, or scariest, like they're showing the levels of like how you can feel when you're channeling. They're like, well, you're connecting or you're tapping into something that feels like that. And so you're going to feel that. It's going to be embodied in you. But they're saying for a moment. And then they're kind of saying, just like remind yourself that like, oh, I just tapped into like some really intense fear. Like, I just tapped into, I just connected with, or I just embodied something really angry, or something really violent, or something really sad, or something really heartbreaking. And so they're saying like, you know, you like being scared of it is that you are embracing and embodying and tapping into that experience. You're feeling it. Any other most important messages around channeling? They're saying be careful, like be careful with it, like be responsible with your being. So be responsible with your being. And then they're going back to the pipeline, us as channels, right? Clean, clear. And they're like attracts like. So if you're in a place of a specific sensation, emotion, mental state, energy, you are highly likely to tap into that as well. And so your state of being complements what you're tapping into. And so they're saying like not everyone is in a balanced homeostasis state of being while they're channeling or connecting or interconnecting. And so therefore, what they're connecting to is going to be like-minded to their state of being. So be careful of it, be careful with it, be aware of, I'm getting like who you are channeling, what you are channeling, when you are channeling, where you are channeling. Like your surroundings, ideally you want to be in this balanced homeostasis, peaceful, quiet place so that you can get the cleanest information. So they're saying like responsible channeling, like happy channeling, but like enjoy channeling and like be responsible with your way of being. They're saying like it's a requirement for responsible channeling to be a clean and clear channel. And they said nobody's perfect. No bodies are perfect. Nobodies. No bodies are perfect. But they're saying, but we can try our best to be the most responsible channelers when we're channeling. but they're saying like, it's not the point. The point is that like everyone can channel and everything can channel. And it's a matter of like heightened sensitivity and how we are surviving beings in life, surviving beings in the world. Yeah, I think that's it. Let me just double check. They're like happy channeling, sad channeling, scared channeling, angry channeling, like, you know, like kind of like sending you on your way, like whatever channeling, like wherever you're at as a channel, like it's kind of cute. They're like, enjoy, but like, they're like, it's natural, it's normal. Everything, every living thing can do it. Okay, cool. I love that. So thank you for listening to the Akashic Records on channeling. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Feel free to message me if you have any further questions. And I love, you know, hearing from you of like what topics you want to open the Akashic Records on. So reach out to me either through here on YouTube or on Instagram and let me know what topics you want me to open the records on and add like 1 to 3 questions. I love to hear from you. It's really great. So I hope you guys enjoyed that and I will see you next time.